at the time, like I was a kid, obviously, and it's just like you don't really realize anything that's going on around you.
Growing up fast was the only option for Afe. He was 12 years old when he left his home and followed his brother to a refugee camp in Ethiopia.
Like my brother left on Monday. Uh, can't remember what month it was, but he left on Monday and I left on Tuesday. So I didn't really get to see him for another like week or week and a half until I was finally like reunited with him.
Although staying in Eritrea was nearly impossible, leaving felt just as difficult.
At a certain moment, like you just got to move on. So then like you get occupied as a kid, you get occupied with playing soccer or just messing around with your, with your friends that you met at the camp. So that kind of like distracts you from like, thinking about your family and the life you left behind.
Moving forward was the only option. Shortly after arriving to camp, Afe was pulled for a meeting where he was told no country would accept him due to his lack of skill and talent.
My brother and I like saw that like our names were written on the poster or whatever, saying like, hey, you have the opportunity to apply. And because that happened after the meeting that they had us go to or whatever, we just didn't believe it. We were like, oh, this is probably just to get our hopes up.
Life is all about opportunity, and nearly 8 months after being told he wasn't good enough, he received a chance he didn't think was possible.
They were like, yeah, you guys are ready to go, and you have a family in America that's willing to take you and whatnot. So, yeah, kind of get a little emotional about this, but yeah, we had the opportunity to come to the U.S.
Senior year of high school, he discovered track where his potential instantly shined.
With track, especially, just being able to be patient and being able to just enjoy the process along the way is like the most positive things I've been able to like, get from the sport.
During his time in the United States, he was faced with yet another hardship. His brother, who was his beacon of light his entire life, passed away.
I followed him until we got to the U.S. and obviously things changed. So, I think a lot about him because he's my brother and whatnot. But I don't know. I guess those are the hard moments that keep me on my feet, I guess.
Track is an individual sport, and you've been very self-dependent your entire life. Do you think that's helped you excel in the sport?
I mean, my coach even mentions this a lot. I mean, like, you've had a lot of like, experience that other people can't even imagine. So he's like, that also like, you just don't know it, but like that also has a huge impact on your mental and like just how you are able to handle the pain.
His story includes being so much more than just an athlete.
I just don't want to be known for that. Like I hope people remember kind of like the good moments, the good memories we had.